Welcome to Lane Stadium, home of the Virginia Tech Hokies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis with another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Let's take a step back and enjoy Enter Sandman. And the Terrapins will kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Virginia Tech's offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Pulls it in, it's Barrett.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off play action on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they'll knock him down. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle of Heat. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Keith. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. Back to throw, it's Watson. Hums it downfield. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. To the air on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Hokies! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Rutgers stopped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Piscataway. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker, it's Barrett. And he gets it up to the 36, it'll be a first down. Looking to pass, it's Washington. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's McConnell. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking to throw again. Got a man, it's Barrett. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Offense in an empty set. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Crosses the 30. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. The give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Nice move there. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. To throw, it's Watson. Puts it out of the air. They'll immediately call timeout. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Hokies are threatening in the red zone. Looking downfield very late in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Tatum. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on third down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
We are just about ready to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Howard. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. That pass is incomplete. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. To the air, it's Washington. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let them catch the football, you go attack, you don't let them break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Under fire. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Got it in the middle, it's White.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up the field. The Terrapins really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Maryland! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Terrapins! How about this defense taking one back to the house? You're happy you got the ball back, but the defense takes it a step further and just goes ahead and gets 6.
Yeah, you just want to get the stop, right? And you get the stop, get the points. But guess what, Reese? I'm going to need another stop. This defense is going to be right back on the field. Unbelievable play, but you got to do it again.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Give to the running back. He's past the 30. Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Hokies headed quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hokies! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Looking for the 2-point try. Power ahead. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Manning. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's McConnell. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And he's just going to spike it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's McConnell. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the offense just going to spike it here. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Now facing a third and long. He wants to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. Last chance, and he's got it! He's got it for the touchdown! And they can send it to overtime with the kick, or do they dare try to win it here? A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback. With these situations, you drop so many guys back deep. But as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that thing as hard as you can into the ground. The defense has to do a better job, but the offense makes the big play, gets the huge Hail Mary.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Looking for a man. It's Watson. Working that left side now. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They want to keep this drive alive. Third and short here in overtime. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is just what you want. You get a first and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! They strike first in overtime. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch it with his feet, stretch it with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Maryland! They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And he puts through the extra point. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snagged in the middle, it's Howard. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Terrapins! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for two. Trying play action. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna sling it on second down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. 4 down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They're going to try to convert on 4th down to put the throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back in his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I gotta go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, gotta come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you gotta go execute.
From the gun, looking for a man. They couldn't get it in, and what a heartbreaking way for this one to end in double overtime. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this.